All right, what's going on, guys? This is my third video, and it seems like y'all wanted like a lot more. Thank you so much for the appreciation. Before I start like this video, make sure you follow my Twitter right here. My community server is listed right here, so you guys can join. Basically, it's going to be just helping out other people. It's going to include my portfolio for anyone that wants to hire me, and it's just going to be like containing open source models and things like that are free to use for everyone else. It'll also include like whenever I post, so you guys stay updated with my YouTube videos, but also my Twitter also includes that. Like I just posted my new community server and all that. Okay, so for this video, I'm gonna. I took a suggestion actually from one of my Discord members, and they said to analyze a previous work, like a previous VFX that I did, and break it down. So right here, I have a black hole that I made a little bit ago for a client. So I'm gonna basically analyze this and like break it down for you all. It's pretty simple once you get the hang of it. So okay, let's see. Let's start with this rock. This is like an outline. So like right here, you see how you have this outline. Like you could change the color of it. So you have the outline cube, and then like this. So you could change this color, like all that. So you can make that in Blender, and if you want to see a video on that, just let me know. It's really quick and simple. Shout out to my boy Triffy who showed me how to do that. So it takes like 2 minutes. Okay, anyways, the main attraction, this black hole. So this whole sphere, it's a sphere. So basically, it's a whole sphere mesh that I got from right here. So you click this, you get sphere, and then you got that. So I made a sphere, and it only includes three particles. Three particles, that's all it uses, and you get this. So basically what I did was this. So let me disable everything. And as you can see, once it goes away, just a little ball, and this is the particle. So let me enable this, and you can see this little sort of mist moving in and out, side to side. And basically, okay, let me just start off by saying I'm not going to show you all how exactly I make every single texture because I want you guys to be unique with it. I'm going to be making like more texture particles, like how to make them in Photoshop. Maybe I'll do one in Paint.net since it's free and most of you guys can't afford Photoshop. But it's kind of like I want you guys to grow in your own way and make yourself like unique in your own way. Okay, but I have these flakes, right? These sparkles moving in and out. So I made the size 50 because this sphere right here is very big. So I didn't include a size sequence. It's obviously going to be right here. And yes, look, see how it just changed back to 10? The max usually is 10. So I can make things like that, but the max is going to be 10. But when I make it to 50, it shows on the outside, but it doesn't have any sort of like in and out like this. It only goes straight to 50. So I've changed that to 50. The orientation's facing camera. The Z offset. So that's pretty important. And if you guys don't know, the Z offset kind of makes it go closer. So let me go 50 Z offset. See how it just disappeared? Because it's probably like, it's definitely somewhere else. Oh, it's still there. There it is. But you can see it's closer and it's harder to view at an angle. So 20 is probably the best one to go to because it's probably in the middle of the sphere. It is in the middle of the sphere. Um, and then the lifetime I made zero point 0.4 just to make sure it doesn't like last. So if I made it like 5, it would look brighter, but it would last a lot longer, which is something that I don't want. So I'm keeping that at zero point 0.4 just to maintain that little size. And the 20 rate. So I obviously don't want like a 100 rate, so it goes like this because I want it to be like a faint kind of thing. And I might keep it at 100 now that I'm looking at it, but let's keep it for 20 at this for the sake of the video. We have a faint little particle right here, and rotation is negative 360, comma 360. That's typically what I do, unless I just don't want it to be in a full rotation, going in and out. You can do 360, you can do negative 180, comma 180. Let's see what that would look like. I mean, it's kind of hard to tell exactly what it would look like on this kind of model since it is just a size 50. But you see how it goes back and forth like that? That's actually not. That's why. Okay. So now it's going. Now it's going in and out. So the speed is 5. So if I made the speed like 100, it would just go like that, right? And that's what I don't want. So keeping the speed at like a fair amount, not too slow, because if it's like, I showed this in the other video, but if it's like 0.002, it ain't gonna move anywhere. It's not moving anywhere. So that's kind of what I don't want. I want it to spread around, in and out, side to side. For this one, that's basically about what all I did. I added a color gradient of blue, like a dark blue to a purple, so I get that black hole kind of theme. Next up is the aura, which is the main part. So this aura definitely has a big Z offset, which is going to be like that. So see how it appears regular, just in the middle of the circle. I wanted it to give, instead of like this black look, I wanted to give a sort of like, you can see the black, like black hole, instead of just being just regular. And that's sort of like where creativity comes in. You just have to make sure you're creative with it and like find what you like best. The size for this is 20 because it is pretty big of an aura. If it like was 50, it would be like that. It's not what I want. And let's see, the lifetime's 0.5. Like I said earlier, I don't want it going everywhere, so like 100. I don't want it going like that. And it's probably going to last like this for a little bit because of 100 lifetime is pretty lot. Okay. So rotation negative 360 360. Rate's 100 right here because I want it to show, I want it to be brighter. So speed is 5. I left that because I want to maintain like that consistency of speed. So like one's not faster than the other too much. Sometimes speed is good, like a difference in balance if you're making like hit particles. And if you want me to like, if join my Discord because that's mainly where I'm gonna take suggestions. So if you want to see like your suggestion and me doing that and showing it, leave a comment in my Discord, and I have a little place for that you can go ahead and do it. So that's it for the aura, which is pretty simple right here. Next up is the sparkles, which is basically this one right here, but it's a different texture. So like you can see right here, it gives that whiteness, like it gives a little bit more of a vibrance. And something that's really important that I learned in VFX is the difference in the color variation that you use. You don't want to have just one color and that's it. You want to make sure you have different colors that pop out and kind of accentuate, which means like you kind of bring out the other like main points of the thing, which is in this case the centerpiece. This is the main focal point. You want to have like a focal point while also making sure that the outer VFX that you have don't like overweigh on the focal point that you want. So I think I did a pretty good job right here on like leaving enough space, like enough of a Z offset to maintain a focal point and not overbear the particles on the outside. So right here, I maintain a 2 to 3 lifetime. And what that does is you see how some particles don't go away as the same as others. That's what a 2, 3 lifetime would do. And like if it was just 2, everything would go away after 2 seconds. But now everything's gonna go away after between an interval of 2 to 3 seconds, which is also really important with hit effects. And if you want me to like make a video on hit effects, just let me know in my Discord. College apps, if you guys saw that. Anyways, rotations negative 360 360. Rate. So this one's white. So this particle texture is white. So if I made it 100, doesn't change it too much, but you can see a little bit more of a white ambience that I don't want. So, and then 360 negative 360 spread angle. So that about concludes like everything that I wanted to do for the black hole. I have this whole like all of this. Shout out to Insert. He makes pretty good. Like if you go into my join my Discord, I linked his server. His server has incredible open source effects like this, and you can use this to study. Like I use this to study how he made it, and just studying the effects that you're given, not using them, not reselling them, because don't resell or use open source models. That's not that's not something that I would condone. But shout out to Insert for giving me this and open sourcing it. Okay, so that about concludes it. If you really want to see like an outline, like how I did this in Studio, how I can change the color and everything, how I can make it neon, all that stuff like black, blue, white, all that stuff, let me know in the comments. And yeah, thanks guys. Make sure to follow my Twitter and YouTube. Thank you.